Hello everyone, welcome to PDINA Royally Teachable Moments. I hope you're doing well today. I could not wait to do my video today because there are just a few things I need to address. For the people that really beat me up, oh my goodness, on my last video, I want to give you some insight, some information to help you really understand why I spoke about what I spoke about when it came to William and Catherine. If you're a regular watcher of my channel, you know I support William and Catherine. Like, they got the love, they got the bond. We get this. But remember, folks, I'm an American. I'm in America, okay? I'm in America. And I see things differently than you see them in the news over in the UK. And the only reason why I finally spoke about this whole thing around an affair with William, because it kept coming up as a news story. And I kept thinking, this story I knew was not a true story because I never heard any of the broadcasters on the UK media speaking about it. It wasn't something that was relevant in the news to make you think, okay, what's going on with this? What's going on? But it was in the American news. It kept appearing and appearing as a news item since last year. I never spoke about it. And then I got people in my comments saying, well, if you're going to talk about Harry and Meghan, you got to address this news with William. William, he's having an affair, blah, 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 all these things. And I'm like, okay, look, I'll address it. And then when I went to address it, the first thing I said this story had to come from a sugar. This could not have been a legitimate story. That's what I said in my video, folks. And then I had people saying, well, why are you bringing oxygen to this? Why are you talking about this? This is fake. This is clickbait. I mean, like, the nastiness. Oh my goodness. Okay, look. Like, I'm open to constructive criticism. I take it all the time, but I feel like, look. Okay, I just wanted to make a comment about the news that I kept seeing about William and Catherine. Knowing, like what I said in the video, there's no way William would ever do anything behind Catherine's back. First of all, William doesn't even seem like the type to even do that. But they have so much chemistry and love for each other. The story in itself just doesn't even make sense. Okay? So I wanted to just bring it to the fore and just to address it that I don't believe it. And people just was hating on me for real. Like, come on, folks. You know, at some point, you have to understand that William and Catherine, their marriage is so strong that anyone can speak on anything. That is not going to change their marriage. That is not going to break the union that they have, because they have something that is genuinely real. But what it also does, it smashes down. It gives them a smackdown to the people that want to make this into something. That we don't believe it. It's not true. William would never do that. And I feel so compelled in what I speak about that even if I speak about it and you want to say it is a something, I'm going to smack it down that it ain't nothing. So here, I'm going to address it. It ain't nothing. And we're going to move on. And what I did say, I wouldn't put it past Harry. I would not put it past Harry to have an affair on Meghan, because that, as you remember from when they went to that golf course when they were having these tournaments, that was actually something that was in the news because there was a little bit of closeness happening with Harry and one of the other players' wives. And I did a video on it. So let's just try to really hear what I'm saying, even though you may think it's old news or that's not something here. I'm in America, folks. And I was speaking about it because I kept hearing about it. Even my husband was like, what's going on with this story about William and Catherine? I'm like, I don't know. Who started this and why is this something that perhaps Meghan and her people are putting out there? Because the only reason why they would do that is because there's actually trouble in the marriage of Harry and Meghan. I believe this is why it came from her people. And there's a connection with Meghan and her people and the person who you guys are saying even started this whole rumor with William and Catherine. Like, so I don't even know anything about that. Like, who started this rumor? And I would not even put it past Meghan to want to fuel something like this within the American media to bring up her celebrity status and to bring caution or questionable actions behind William's behavior in the American media. Like, we know that is something she would do. The only reason why someone would do something so atrocious is that because they want to keep the eyes and eyeballs and the people looking at their own marriage and circumstance. And that's what I'm talking about today. Actually, the problem in the marriage of Harry and Meghan, it's looking like there's trouble in paradise. And we know that Lady C has been talking about there being issues with the marriage of Harry and Meghan, that they're not even together anymore. And I saw a recent news article about their Invictus games coming up, them doing this promo for Invictus, which was shot a while ago. So of course, things are going to look in harmony when you see this promo, but it's an old promo. But what we're getting today, something is wrong in paradise, and we're going to talk about it. So, divorce looming between Harry and Meghan. The Sussexes are reportedly on the verge of splitting up. It was a long time ago, according to Women's Day New Zealand. A source close to Harry and his wife stated that there was this disagreement that they were having. There were some tensions between the two of them. And that since that has happened, things have gotten worse. And we know that it came out that Harry was having some real bad arguments with his dad. His dad wasn't giving him any more money. And as you can imagine, hey, things happen when you've got issues with money. And Harry was like swearing at his dad because he knew he ain't got the kind of wife where he could be like, you know what, hun, forget my dad. He ain't gonna give me no more money. He ain't got that wife that would say, oh, it's okay, honey, we gonna make our own money. His wife was gonna be like, what do you mean, Harold? Daddy's not giving us any more money. Well, you better go back and get that money. Like he knew that she was going to give him a hard time about not getting money from his dad. So he's swearing at Charles, just like all in a huff and puff about everything, because he knows the woman that he married needs to have that money because that's the only reason why she with him. Deep down in his psyche, he know. And if he didn't know, he know now. Trust me. Harry has made some decisions. Like there's some clear lines that are being defined by this couple right now, which we knew this was coming, folks. We can watch it in real time. We can see by their choices what's happening in the news, the projects that they're working on, how they are moving about as a married couple. We know where it's heading. You know why? Because the majority of us that have real life experiences, we can tell, something's wrong with this. Something's wrong with this marriage right here. I can tell, I can look, I can see something is wrong. And we've known it from the very beginning. Since the girl came down the aisle in that white wedding dress, we knew it. And the day is finally upon us. We're starting to see. And only, I think, because there's so much going on now with the royals, the real royals in the UK around the coronation, real decisions that have to be made. They're getting opposition and they're getting pushback on certain things. That's just making things even worse. Because they didn't leave in harmony from the real royals. They left with a clear defining aggression and that they've put upon the whole institution. So there was not going to be harmony when you leave an institution that's supposed to be your family and you leave it in a disruptive way, the way they left it. This was bound to happen. The Sussexes would be having too many disagreements relating to their upcoming projects. We know they had the mini series, we had the book Spare, the backlash from Spare, the fallout from South Park, the declining book sales with The Bench, and the whole Project Pearl being canceled. And it's like they were just trying to do too much. It's like, focus on being married. How about that? Focus on, it was like right out the gate from being married to, okay, we're leaving. I'm pregnant. I'm good. Let's leave. Like she knew She had the upper hand because she was getting ready to give birth to a child. She knew she had married the man. She had a ring on it. And she was like, okay, look, I'm making some decisions. And what could Harry do? He had to try to excuse these decisions to be his decisions. But we knew they weren't because we ain't stupid. We're not stupid. Harry, you're not Harold. You're not moving your butt to California as a prince. Just because. You ain't doing it. And no matter how much you want to try to say, I'm doing it to protect my family. We knew you were lying out your teeth, man. Goodness. It's like we've been around, you know. I know I've been around and I've seen some things. I've experienced some things. You know what I'm saying? Like I've experienced some things. And I can just tell. But he's young, he's immature. But he's not young. He should know these things by now. But because he hasn't lived in the real world where you got to pay your bills. Like I need money to pay my bills, folks. We knew that there was going to be problems in paradise with this couple. Because that's what happens when you have to deal with real adult issues. Okay? Now, according to an insider, Harry believes that Meghan, she reveals too much about them and that even many of the things that she has revealed, they are not accurate. Oh, you say so, Harry? Oh, yeah. We knew they weren't accurate. We were telling you while you sat there and looked at this woman while she told bold-faced lies, even in the engagement interview, when you didn't even meet her father. The things she even said about her father. You know, I knew someone a long time ago that told me these lies. They would say all these things. Or my mom is this. My mom is that. I'm like, I don't want to meet your mom. And when I finally met this person's mom, I thought, how horrible. This person painted such an ugly picture of their mother. And yet when I met the mother, it was the furthest from the truth. They had this condition that they saw their mother in a certain way, but the reality was completely what they had envisioned or what they painted of their mother. And I cannot see what has happened with this Harry and Meghan situation any different. That Meghan painted such an ugly picture of her father, of her family, of her circumstances, because she wanted to have a fairy tale that did not include them for whatever reason, and to just make it so that, well, we know for what certain reasons they are, because she was higher than them in status. She felt like she felt like she was too good for her family. So rather than do, you know, like be the mother like Kris Jenner and take everybody in, you know, you dating so-and-so, like what Chris Rock said, oh, the crack addict, you know, so-and-so, I'll take them all in, come on in. Meghan did the complete opposite. She like, I'm not taking nobody in. I want to get rid of all these folks. I don't want nobody in. Go, shoo, get out of here. What's your annual salary? Oh, you make less than $20,000 a year. Shoot, $100,000 a year. You got to go. I ain't dealing with you. You poor. You know, even though you middle class, you ain't high enough for my standards, you know. So she's clearly defining who she's going to be friends with and who she's not. And have you ever noticed that all of her black friends are millionaires, billionaires? Like she ain't got regular folk, black folk as her friends. Her circle is only surrounded with the who's who of Hollywood that are really of high level black people. She ain't got no regular everyday type black folk in her life as her friends. What's wrong? What's up with that? Is what I'd say. I digress on that. Let me just get back into this because this is the consequence of such behavior, what we're seeing right here. These right here are the consequences for behaving like a Meghan Markle and for Harry for even finding and choosing a wife like a Meghan Markle. There are consequences. And had he only listened to what people were saying, if he only listened to his brother about slowing down, being careful, rather than getting upset, he would have been protected. He should have known that his brother wanted to protect him. He's known his brother his whole life, but only knew Meghan a very short amount of his life. And now he's in a predicament because he could have been saved from it had he only listened. This is why when people criticize you, listen to the criticism. Is it relevant? Is it valid? Is it something that can improve your situation? This is why I try to listen to criticism. I want to be the best version of myself. Okay? But some of y'all, when y'all criticize me and call me all names, and you're like the way y'all go about it sometimes, some of y'all trolls, I know y'all over here on my channel. Y'all be making a sister girl angry. But I appreciate the ones that give me the love. I need it more now than ever. So keep sending me your love, because I feed off of the love to help keep me in this seat and to keep doing what I'm doing. And so many of you tell me to keep going on, and it really inspires and it helps me, because there are a lot of people that want to destroy me because they understand what I am saying is truth. They've been working on these projects for years now, and there's a real risk that Netflix series is falling apart, just like her children's series Pearl did earlier this year. And considering their California home is mortgaged to the hit, right? They need the money. You know, they're not trying to live just a comfortable life. They're trying to live a very uber luxurious life. And this is where they're getting into a lot of trouble, because to have what they have and to have the basic necessities of your life already met, how can you go wrong with that unless there's something you're doing that is wrong? And that is trying to live this uber luxurious lifestyle that is going to get them in trouble with their marriage, with a lot of things. So they could divorce in 2 years at most, is what they're saying. And it's not just Harry who is upset, but it's also reported that Meghan would be tired of her husband and could be looking for an exit plan in the not too distant future. And we know that she's going to be starting that TIG website back up to get her own independence back away from Harry. She's already got the global celebrity. Thanks, Harold. You know, Harold, you put her on the global stage. You gave her the ability to be recognized by the whole world. And now she's all going to make money doing what she was doing, making money, but now able to make more because she's got more global recognition. The rumors, according to a royal expert, Tom Bower, are coming out of London, that there are many in London who say that Meghan is getting tired of Harry. And Meghan is upset. She's disgusted. She's definitely tired of Harry. And they're speculating that she could be negotiating some kind of exit plan with King Charles. And I spoke about this, and a lot of you got on me for it too. The trolls got on me about her wanting to leave the marriage for an exit amount of money, millions of dollars. I didn't know if it was true at the time, but I still spoke about it. But this, my friends, looks like it's the real deal. Oh yeah, she'll go, but she's going to want a handout first before she goes. Oh yes, she is. So that's to be expected. This is the kind of woman you married. This is the kind of woman that Harry married. But Bower claims the couple is willing to stay married for the time being, as their shared goal is to destroy the royal family. He's like, I don't like you, but I'm going to stay with you because I hate those senior royals too. So they both, okay, they're going to try to put up with each other right now, but have their common goal to destroy the people that are living a great, mature, loving lifestyle. And who is this? The king is with his beloved Camilla. We know that William is with his beloved Catherine, and she's doing a great job. She's upstaging them every day with her beauty and grace and her ability to just get on with the top job and to do it very effortlessly. But I'm sure behind closed doors, it could be hard and difficult at times. As we know, she has said when the Queen passed away, going on that walkabout with Harry and Meghan was very difficult for her. But what did she do? She held strong because she's committed to duty and service and to do what she has agreed to do. She married a man and she knew she loved him and she was committed to do the work. And she's doing it. And this, I can only imagine, is infuriating Meghan, because Meghan couldn't do it. Meghan failed. She failed. And even if some of you say she didn't fail, she didn't stick to it, although her duty was to stick to it. And she couldn't do it. Why? Because she was selfish. She was selfish. Clearly, She's like, oh, I can monetize this. Oh, yes, I'm a duchess. Oh, I'm going back to America with this duchess. Oh, yes, I am. I'm going to America. I'm using my duchess title. I'm going to make me my own money. How about that? And that's what she's doing. We're not surprised. We are not surprised. Meghan is really looking to find her exit plan. We knew this day was coming. It is starting to be a rumor. Pretty soon, the rumors are going to be out in the open where we're going to see the reality that they are no longer together. They are really separated. And we know why they are separated, because Meghan has a clear trajectory on her own path. Harold is not with it because he is losing out on the things that mean the most to him. And he's starting to realize, hey, this woman is a liar. This woman don't tell the truth a lot. And I'll leave you with this, folks. Harry is waking up to the reality that his family tried to tell him from the very beginning, you're moving too fast. You're moving too fast. Slow down. But because he was too hot-headed, he was too quick to do something that he thought was the best decision for him, he is actually waking up and realizing a real life lesson that the woman he married is not exactly who he thought she was. And his biggest life lesson right now is to learn from the biggest mistake that he has made in his life so far, and that was marrying Meghan Markle.